I know everybody that's enjoying the fact that it's Saturday. Not only are you enjoying that it's Saturday, you're enjoying the fact that the weather is how you all like it, nice, I should say. And it's the day of love. Like, who doesn't love Valentine's Day? And it's just, it's another reason to spend money. I get it. Um, but it's okay. Why not? It's okay. It is what it is. So happy Valentine's Day to all my lovely people out there, whether you're loving yourself, which you're supposed to be, whether you're loving on someone or loving something that's dear to you, like keeping your books in order. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Like, whoa, yes. Now, I am not that excited about this weather. No, 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 no. Like, I feel like I get cheated during this time because I only get like maybe 5 or 6 days of cold weather. They cheated me on the snow. We only got about 7 inches total. Like, I just don't think winter comes here anymore. Like, I'm so sad about that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Can't cry over spilled milk. So y'all know how I like to do it. I like to jump in with the fun facts. And guess what? Guess why it's so special, right? Because this is Black History Month, right? And so we honor so many legends. I mean, the list is endless. It's priceless. It goes on and on and on. And if you all have been following my social media pages, you would see that I have been posting literature about the accounting aspect when it comes to people who have laid the foundation, just Black history in itself. And that stands for so much. I know we idolize so many people in this realm when it comes to Black History Month. It's like it's not enough days to talk to and talk about every person that we want to. So, this month I decided to do fun facts on females in Black history. Like, why not? Like, we honor both genders, no doubt, but like, I just want to highlight the ladies, like the ladies, we're important. Ladies set the foundation as well. No discrediting the gentlemen, but hey, I'm giving it up to my ladies this month. Last week we talked about Dr. Jemison, Mae Jemison, the first astronaut, African American female. Like, that is so dope. Like, I will always remember that. So while we're jumping into our fun facts today, high Black history, of course, and we're talking about females, we are now talking about Dr. Georgina Rose Simpson. I remember her. I even had her posted on my dress when I graduated with my master's. I dedicated my education toward the Black women that paved the way and who did something in my life. And she was one of the ladies that I had did some research on, and I was just so elated at everything she had encountered and what she had went through. So let me jump in and tell you about Dr. Georgina Rose Simpson. So she was actually born March 31st, 1865. And sadly to say, she passed away January 27th, 1944. Now, while she was here, let me tell you what Dr. Simpson did. She became the first Black woman to earn her PhD in the United States of America. The first Black woman. That says it all right there. Like, it's nothing else left to be said. Like, she was the first Black woman. Yes, there were other women ahead of her, but she was the first Black woman. Like, I tilt my hat to her, and she's one of the reasons I want to go back to get my PhD, because it can be done. We as women can do it. Now, check it out. I ain't got to the good stuff yet. Now, she was 41 years old and she was a high school teacher. However, she wanted to pursue her interests in German language and literature. Now, she received her doctorate degree from the University of Chicago. So she was here in Chi-Town and got her degree. What? Oh, yes, this is amazing. Okay, look, I love it. Now, let's talk about all the degrees that she did earn. Okay, now she earned a Bachelor's of Arts degree in 1911. She earned a Master's of Arts degree in 1920. She earned her PhD in 1921. So now this has me thinking, maybe I should have stayed in school after my master's. I could have had my PhD by now. But no. Shavonna wanted to go out there and get her feet wet. Shavonna wanted to test the waters and see if this is what she really wanted to do. But now I can't wait to go back to school for my PhD. But that's a whole nother story, right? That's a whole nother fun fact. But anyway, now after Dr. Simpson completed getting all of her degrees, she was 55 years old. 55. We have people talking in their 20s and 30s that they can't do it. They can't succeed. It's too much for them. It's overwhelming with life and etc. etc. This lady was 55 when she finished. Like, I tilt my hat to her. Now, here's what she encountered while going to school to pursue her education, right? So while arriving on campus in 1907, she faced racism from the Caucasian students. They lied on her. They did so much to her that they had to move her off campus, right? Now, she was forced to complete her studies through corresponding and communicating. It wasn't coming on campus. But she was so determined and she was so strong that she didn't let that deter her. She didn't let that stop her. And they only gave her a limited amount of resources. So let me tell you how significant this woman is. Now, her story is just so grand. Like, part of the University of Chicago's history, the school where the students have worked to get their education, to do projects. Her legacy still lives there. And it's organizations there for Black women in that academy to soar just as high as she did. Like, I think that's phenomenal. So after her UIC days, she taught at Dunbar High School, and she later became a professor at Howard University, where she taught until 1939. I think that deserves a salute in itself. I really, truly think that deserves a salute. So I salute you, Dr. Georgina Rose Simpson. Thank you for paving the way for education for our African American women and women overall. But thank you just for setting that tone, because that says a lot, that we can do it. Like, we're not limited. We can get out there and do anything we set our mind to. And that is just like so amazing to me. So shout out to Dr. Georgina Simpson. And I think that's enough love right there to share and go around. Okay. So, I like to give y'all some announcements, and I understand we are definitely in week 2 of February. And I get it. It's tax time. People want all of their documents. I understand. And a lot of people still do not have their documents. So when it comes to certain industries like your cryptocurrency forms, your 1099Bs, a lot of that stuff won't be ready until after February 23rd. So you would have to wait on that information to file your tax return. Now, if you have not received your W-2 or your 1099 yet, you need to contact your payroll or HR department. I can guarantee you those were sent out in a timely fashion. However, things happen. Things get lost in transit. People relocate. It's a measure of things that can happen. So instead of waiting, contact your HR or payroll department so you can retrieve your documents so you can file your 2025 income tax returns. Now, can you file prior years? Absolutely, you can file prior years. You could amend up to 3 years prior. So if you're trying to amend your 2022 tax return, guess what? You can still do it. The official cutoff date will be April 15th of 2026. However, you can still file prior years, as in it being 2023 and 2024. Okay? If you have not set your appointments, people, stop procrastinating, stop waiting. Get on your taxpayer and your accountant's calendar. It's so many things that have changed, especially with the bill that came out last year, and a lot of companies trying to implement all of the changes. So please get on your accountants and taxpayers calendar. That IRS ID Me account should be made. It should be ready to go. For any reason at all, you should be ready. We have been talking about this for almost 1 year. So I got faith in y'all. I know y'all done set aside that 7 to 13 minutes to get that account open, okay? So now it comes the fun part, right? Birthday wishes! Birthday wishes! For all our February people, like, I just want to say happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday in the month of February. Like, my hat is off to you. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. However, I do got some special birthdays, and I'm going to kick it off. A time was definitely had on Thursday, February the 12th, which was my mother's birthday. Oh, a time was had. Yes, our hearts are still broken. Yes, we're trying to mend the pieces together. Yes, we're trying to find our way, but it hits differently. It hits differently when you just congregate with friends and family and you talk about the good times and you laugh, and it seems like for that moment that pain has subsided. And that's the good thing about family getting together. So we really celebrated for my mom. Thank everyone for the birthday wishes, the love, the phone call, the text messages. I tell you, this is one pill that I still can't swallow. I can't. So anyone out here listening, you got your parents, man, love on your parents. Please love on your parents. As a matter of fact, call your parents now and tell them, hey, I love you. I'm here for whatever. I just love you. If you're with them, give them a hug, because when that inevitable comes, you're going to wish you had done more. I can tell you that. We got some special birthdays coming up this month, starting on the 18th. Got a good friend of mine, Devin, and my cousin Speedy celebrating their birthday on the 18th. Now, I think this is so dope right here. My niece, Kenitra, birthday is on the 19th. And my great niece, Angel, which is her niece, birthday is on the 19th. I think that is so dope that her sister had a baby on her birthday. So I think that my sisters should have a baby on my birthday. So I'm putting that request out there. Benita and Denise, birthday coming up. If you start in October, by July 20th, it should be a baby or your sister's birthday. And I know when y'all hear that, I'm going to get a phone call. I'm just waiting on it. We got another special birthday. Is a good friend of mine, Michi. Birthday coming up on the 22nd. Demetrius, happy birthday. And And the said Mac, my favorite male cousin, and my cousin Sharice's birthday is coming up on the 23rd of February. I'm getting a lot of birthday cake this month. I better be getting birthday cake this month. And AT Olivia is on the 23rd. So happy birthday to everyone that's celebrating. Please do it in decency and in order, okay? Please. It's okay to celebrate and have fun, but celebrate in decency and in order, okay? That's what's most important. As always, please like, love, share the content, please. It costs you 3 seconds to hit that share button. You never know whose lives you're changing when it comes to the financial industry. And I know we want to be a help to our friends and our family. And I know we use our tax situation to help them or to give them a platform and a foundation. And that's great. But share the content so they can get with professionals who are in this field that can just guide them a little bit more down the road than where you have brought them. So yes, we welcome any of your feedback, whether it's good, bad, and or indifferent, because that's us. We're not perfect, so we welcome that. So out of all that, it's time to jump into the show. Hey, it's time to jump into the show. Hey, so welcome back to Let's Talk Finance Podcast. And guess what? If you're new here, welcome to the family, because we are family here. Here on Let's Talk Finance Podcast, we break down finances with clarity. We break down your finances with faith. And we break down your finances with empowerment. And the reason we do that is because we want you to understand that your money is just not about numbers. It's way deeper than numbers. It's about confidence, it's about alignment, and it's about purpose. And when you have all three of those together, you are unstoppable. You hear me? You are unstoppable, okay? So that's why we do that on Let's Talk Finance Podcast. So today's conversation, guess what today's conversation is, y'all? It is about love your money. Ooh, love your money, okay? And with loving your money, you must build a relationship with your finances. And people don't understand that. You have to have a relationship with your finances. So today I invite you to come in to rethink all of these situations. I'm going to help you show up for your money, show up for your goals, show up for your business, because it's for the love of money, right? And it's things that come with that. You just can't love it and just expect it to be like, wow, it did all of this. No, you got to put some work in it. And it isn't going to be a walk in the park. So get ready, okay? So it's like this. Just like any meaningful relationship, whether it's with your child, your sibling, your parents, your spouse, your fur baby, whatever, just like any meaningful relationship, financial growth requires consistency. You have to be consistent no matter what. Even if you want to jump off that train, you got to keep that one foot in there and just hold on. You can't go nowhere. You have to also build that level of trust and commitment, okay? And that takes a lot. I know, I'm in it. I'm dealing with it. I battle with it. I fight with it. I come on and I'm happy every Saturday, but I promise y'all, if y'all seen the tears that go behind this, it's work. It is work. And it's a lot of times you want to throw in the towel, but it's like, man, look, I done came too far. Something got to give. I'm telling you. I get it, people. Stick with the course, though. Stay consistent. And I'm not just talking to you all. I'm talking to me, too. So I'm here to help all of us. So in this episode, it's all about learning how to nurture, which means you're caring for what you say you value and what you say you want to see grow intentionally and in the direction you think it should be growing in. Okay? So it's water break time. I love doing it. When you get a little kid something to drink, especially when their parents say no, and then you sneak it to them, they be like, ah. I used to do that to my nieces and nephews. But okay. So we're going to kick off our first topic with loving your business through accountability and structure. Yeah. Yep. Accountability. That's a big word. That means you're taking all responsibility. That means that anything that falls on you, you're going to be a responsible adult and take the proper measures that need to be taken. So let me ask you something. Did you know that love shows up as responsibility and not as perfection? I had to learn that. So when we look for love, we look for love to be perfect. We look for it to be effortless. We look for it to be intentional. And we try to compare that with our money, especially if that's what we hold on to and what we value. So I want you to try to retrain your thought process and look at it from a different aspect. Whereas you're being responsible over perfection. Now, another question I got for you. Do you love what you do? Meaning, looking at your business is showing up being consistent, even if it's uncomfortable. I'll never forget, I had a professor ask me in school, if you're in college now and you're in college because you want to be, that's great. If you came here because you were following in footsteps that was laying down the foundation for your family values, my hat is off to you. And I didn't understand when he said, when you love what you do, you got to love what you do 8 days a week, 28 hours a day. I hurried up and went to the counselor's office. I can't take this guy. He can't teach me accounting. He don't even know it's 7 days in a week, 24 hours a day. I know that. I can't deal with him, no. But when I sat down and I thought about it, and I looked at it from that octagon's perspective, I understood. That means you have to love what you do no matter what. You have to love what you do unintentionally. You have to love what you do whether you see it going and you see it diminishing. You still have to put your all into it, and you have to be consistent. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And in being consistent, especially if you have a business, the one thing you want to count on is your staff. Do you have a reliable staff? Can I count on you to be on time? Can I count on you to show up? If we're short staffed, can I count on you? Are you teamwork driven? A lot of companies, they forget that foundation because the staff is what helps the business. The staff is who the people see and who they talk to. They don't talk to upper management. They talk to the staff. Now, when you have a small business, you will have periods where there is no income. How do you deal with that? What do? Do you throw in the towel? Do you give up? No, you stay the course. That's when you take that time and you work on all your administrative activities. You work on all your behind the scene activities. You review what you did in prior years and you put a plan together and you make adjustments. You use that downtime and make that your come up time because you're not going to be down forever. So you utilize that time so you can make your improvements. Now, small businesses, you also have to learn how to utilize multiple avenues of resources. I'm still learning that, especially when it comes to social media. I am not a social media person. I'd rather write a letter and give it to the postman and have him deliver it to you. But I understand the world that we live in. So I have to make the necessary adjustments. Does that mean I take away what I believe in and how I operate? Absolutely not. That just means I have to make room to incorporate something else. That doesn't mean I lose who I am. And that's what a lot of people do. When the world changes, they change. No, you stay the same. You just make adjustments. Now, with accountability, with using accountability and structure comes acts of care and control. What do I mean by that? Let's talk about it. So, if you're a responsible person, then you are the one that's being accountable because you're responsible. So you're going to pick up all the pieces. You're going to make all the necessary phone calls. You're going to be the one that's being apologetic. You're going to offer half off, some type of discount, some type of referral service because you don't want the negativity to come back to you. So you're going to take that responsibility and do what needs to be done. Now, in doing so, you need to have structure. Structure is needed versus chaos and confusion. As my mom would say, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody can't be a boss. Somebody got to listen. And guess what? If you're working with a team, your opinion matters. It's important. If you feel like you're not being heard, there are proper protocols in store for you to talk about that. But you have to know who to go to and talk to. That's what I mean. If you don't have that confusion and chaos, it's going to be okay. Now, you also have to understand what your goal is in business. What are your follow-up plans? So here's what I say to you. First, you have to look at your check-ins as a how-to guide. How do I do this? How do I do this? How should I implement this? How should I make adjustments to this? How would this look? That's what you use that downtime for. Create news and updates. Inform your people on what's going on. Utilize different ways of improvement. Me, I'm not a social media person, so I have to hire someone to do social media. I am more of a get out there person and shake your hand and leave a lasting impression. You're going to remember me. I don't care. You're going to remember me. So if I get out there and I shake your hand and I look you eye to eye and I have a conversation with you, especially when I'm talking about money, I got your attention. And I'm only going to give you a little bit just to make you think, because now you're going to want to call and talk to me. Now you're going to want to have a conversation, even if it's just to prove a point, or even if you feel like I'm wrong. I've caught your attention. So you have to know when to make adjustments. I know I need to do both. So that means I need to have a person on social media at all times. And that means I need to be out there in the field. And that's working. And with that comes commitment without pressure, which is progress over perfection. So because I'm committed to doing this, I love doing this. I'm not pressured. I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel anxiety. I don't feel like, this again. Your energy is not there. What I do feel is excited. I feel hyped. I feel eager. I feel like I'm going to touch one somebody. And that one somebody is going to be so excited, they're going to run and tell two somebodies. And now it's going to keep going. So that commitment makes it easier, which means now I don't even have to worry about being perfect because I got things in progress and I'm making strides. So, what do I mean? If you start it, you got to finish it. That's just like I wanted to market to the service industry people. I wanted it just that bad. So I got up and I went to Orland Park and I walked and I walked. I paid for it the next day because I hadn't walked like that. But I was eager to meet all the business owners and tell them the services that we provided and how we could assist them. And I was able to have conversations with business owners that talked about their POS system, that talked about their payroll and their taxes. And it was just so amazing. And to sit and leave a lasting impression, because they looked at me like, who is this lady coming in here? Not only does she have on a marketing gear, because I had on my marketing gear, my hair is orange and red. I got on glasses. I'm loud as it is. Okay. And now I'm handing you a document on my letterhead explaining who I am with flyers. And I'm leaving you business cards because I need you to call me. I don't want to take up all your time because just like you're at work, I'm at work too. So I'm going to leave you with this 30-minute connection, 30-second connection, I'm sorry, and now I'll wait for your phone call. And as I was leaving the establishments, I would tell them, okay, I look forward to talking to you in the next week or so. What's your name again? Thank you. And I'm gone. So I'm being responsible, but I'm also holding them accountable, letting them know, be ready for this phone call because we're going to have a conversation. Now, what does that lead up to? That leads up to stewardship. And stewardship means tending what God has already placed in your hands. And sometimes it's hard for us to do that. It's hard for us to accept what's being given, especially if we're givers, or especially if it's always been taken. It's hard to receive. But being a good steward is being trustworthy, being diligent in using what's entrusted to you. So what do I mean by that? I utilize my network of people, whether it's a person in the real estate industry, whether it's another account I need to use resources for, because I don't know everything. I will resource anyone that I feel that is beneficial. If I need a plumber, I'm going to use my resources. If I need an HVAC installer, I'm going to use my resources. I'm going to start within and then go out because this is what has been given to me and laid on my table. So why not use it? So everyone should use whatever gift they have to serve others. We should. And, I'm going to read you something. 1 Peter 4:10 through 11 says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in various forms. And that means a lot. That means that you've been given this gift, so use it to help other people and it'll come back to you tenfold. And that's what I want to do. So it's just like having a close friend, a family member, a child, a fur baby. When you love something or someone, you check on them. You don't avoid them. So we have to do the same thing when it comes to our money and our finances. And what comes with that? Loyalty advantage, meaning building your health and wealth. Let me explain. So when I say you have to stay loyal, that means whether you're mad at your accountant or your preparer, don't leave them in 24. Go somewhere in 25 and don't like your results, and now you're back in 26. That's not necessary. Have a conversation. Then, too, you have to think about it. Do you really want to sit and start over? Do you really want to give your financial information over to someone that you don't know and haven't built a rapport with? Are you willing to give out your social and be openly honest with them and tell them everything that they need to know? And if you're not willing to do that, that moment of anger that you have, could be turned into a conversation so you can get back on board. You're not going to agree with everything your tax preparer or your accountant says. But trust me, they're not going to lead you in the wrong direction. Now, invest time and trust in what it is you're doing. If you don't have the time, if you don't trust the process, then that's not for you. That means you need to hire a team. That means you need to get trusted individuals in there who see your goal, whether it's been a friend or a family member. Now, you also have to have long-term professionals, which means you have to have people that have goals, that have blind spots, how they can make sense of things and become unbiased to certain situations. Because if they're your friend and they jump on the bandwagon, which you're wrong, that's wrong, advising wrong, and everything after that is going to be wrong. You don't want that. You want someone that's going to say, okay, I hear what you're saying and I get it. However, it's supposed to be like this. You may not like the answer, but this is why. Now, you may be mad, but guess what? You're going to get over it. I promise you, you will. You have to become familiar with the process. You have to. You have to know your area of expertise. You have to know what resources and tools you need to utilize. You need to connect loyalty and emotional maturity, which means, so what if you're mad? So what if your preparer or your accountant says something to hurt your feelings? Oh, well, get over it. You came to them initially for a reason. So stick with them and follow the process. Because now if you don't and you leave, now you got to start all over again from scratch. So just think about it. Now, when it comes to being loyal, we have certain people that we're loyal to. Your barber or your stylist. I'm very loyal. I'm very loyal. I feel like I'm cheating if I go to some. If I do my own hair, I feel like I'm cheating on my stylist. And it's my head. Same with my barber. It's the same with your doctor. Do you want every doctor poking on you because you mad at this doctor? Absolutely not. What about your church? Do you want to confide in every pastor? Do you know and believe that every pastor is a man of God? Do you trust this person to heal your heart and your spirit and your soul? Like, you're starting over. You have to be gentle when you're using connection, because connectivity will bring growth. Now, you also have to love your dreams and your goals. That's important. If you don't love your dreams and your goals, you can't be consistent. You can't lay that foundation to see it grow. You can't see a path because you're just making moves now. You're just making moves. That downtime that you had should have been your preparing time. Now, what do you do when it's like this? You refrain from something people fear, which means you go to that how-to guide, which means you don't overly spend your money. Okay? That means everything has a budget. Everything has a spending limit. You use it to your advantage. You know why? Because it's your money and you love your money. So to see your money being consistent, to see your money grow, it's like having a conversation with a friend. And let's say you lose contact with this friend 3-4 years from now, this friend has $1 million business booming. And it's like, well, wait a minute, I've been in business 5 years and I ain't there. Well, this person did what you were supposed to do. This person was consistent. This person understood stewardship. This person understood utilizing their resources. This person understood organization and getting their documents in order. This person listened to their accountant and their preparer. this person is ready to move forward. No matter how hard it get, no matter how many doors were slammed, they stayed consistent. They were not overwhelmed because they enjoyed what it was they were doing. So they kept doing it. That could be you. That could be me. I'm not exempt from this. In doing so, you have to address the emotional side of your finances during any season, regardless of if it's tax season. So many of us wait around for tax time and we wait for a refund. I got a question for you. What happens when they stop giving out earned income credit? What happens when they stop giving out child tax credit? Guess what? It's happening now because the people that are exempt, you're getting your money throughout the year. So at the end of the year, you turn around, you end up on, and you want to know why. Unfortunately, you can't have it both ways. When in all respect, it's nothing wrong with getting a refund and reaping what you sow. But how about you start from scratch? It's 26 pay periods if you're bi-weekly in a year. There's 24 if you're semi-monthly. How about you taking $100 to $200 a pay period, if you could afford it, and put it up? And I guarantee you by next year, whatever your refund was going to be, you're going to see it right there because it's yours. You diligently saved. And I know what you're saying, Shavonna, that's a lot of money. I can't save that money. I ain't got it like that. Well, guess what? Stop going to the restaurant every day. Let's break the cycle. Stop going to buy every pair of Jordans and every pair of red bottoms. Stop buying that new Prada and Gucci cologne. Stop buying them new Ray-Bans. And I'm not saying stop treating yourself. Absolutely not. You have to treat yourself. But when it becomes impulsive, that's when we lose our vision. That's when we lose our consistency. That's when we're no longer accountable. So that's what I mean. We have to show care. We have to show passion about what we want. We have to start getting with our tax preparer and saying, look, it's coming into a new year. I may be getting some more money, but just to be on the safe side, I don't want to pay these people. What do I have to do? How can I budget so I can see my money? Now you need to sit down and make that appointment, because I guarantee you, your accountant, your preparer is going to get you on the right track. They want to see you on the right track. Why? Because they don't want to hear you every year singing the same song when they done told you what to do in prior years. That goes back to the opening of the show. You have to be accountable, which means you have to be responsible. And being accountable and responsible is being an adult. Now, you have to have those withholdings withheld. If you're not having them withheld, what you're telling the federal government is that I'm making estimated tax payments every quarter. Or at the end, when I file my tax return, whatever that bill is, I'm going to send it to you. If you pay attention, there is no statute of limitations on the federal government at all. You can go back and file a tax return from 2007 and have a $1,000 bill. I guarantee you, they send you a letter and tell you get them $8,000. However, you cannot get anything back more than 3 years. So let's use 2007 again. Let's say you filed 2007, you get a refund. Guess what? That's your loss. They're not going to send it to you. So why not start where we can? Why not start? We have to start somewhere. Now, and how do you do this? Discuss your filings. If you have joint filings, discuss this with your spouse. Make the right decisions. And if you both can't come to an agreement, bring that accountant in. The accountant is going to help because they're not going to want the headache. So they're going to help you. Okay? Now, know your business. Know it. Know it from top to bottom because it's yours. Become comfortable in what you're doing. Become comfortable and who you're assisting, because it's your business. It's your industry. This is your child. You don't just give up. You keep pushing no matter how hard it is, no matter how many times they done broke your heart. Baby, I'm here to tell you, I know I done made my mama cry many a times. Many a nights I done made her cry. But through it all, she never gave up on me. Even when I turned my back on her, She never gave up on me. Never. And that's the same love that we have to use for the love of our money, because it'll be gone and you don't know where it's at. And then you're going to be mad. And then you're going to say, Shavonna told me, but I didn't listen. Nope. Now, how can couples see finances as a shared assignment? And I said that because I said combining finances. And yes, we do have people combining finances. I want you to look at it as an assignment versus it being a power struggle. And I get it. I hear it day in and day out. Shavonna, we don't make no money. I'm looking at salaries over 100,000, over 200,000, and you don't have no money. I'm here to tell you, I understand the struggle is real. I get it. I get it. But you can't play with Uncle Sam. You can't. You got to pay your taxes. And in order to be aligned, you need to meet with your preparer/accountant. You need to sit down and talk about it. Don't wait until it's important. And what do I mean by that? Don't wait until you need something and it's important now for you. No, have those conversations now. Get ready now. Because if you're ready now and you're preparing, you know what to look for. Okay? As that power couple, sit down and figure out what's best. You have to talk about it. It doesn't matter if he make more, she make more. It's all going to a bill and to a savings account, because eventually we want to retire and reap our rewards for the work that we have sown. So it don't matter who make more. I'm glad you make more. That means, hey, you can help out a little bit more. Look at it that way if you want to. You have to learn how to work together and not against each other. Where one is weak, the other is strong. You have to be able to make a commitment. And when making a commitment, you're doing it without pressure. You're leaning and learning and growing together. You're doing all three together. And I bet you when you come together, you see your finances blossom. A lot of people don't go into business anymore because one business partner wants this and the other wants this. You have to have your goals aligned. It has to make sense to the both of you. You, whoever's in business, it has to flow. Because if it's not flowing, then you're in business for the wrong reasons. If you're in business just to see money, guess what? You're going to have to work to get that money. Because if it comes to you that easy, I guarantee you it's going to be a line around the corner for the money to come to that person that easy as well. It just don't happen like that. Now, we have to learn how to compromise when we're helping with finances. That impulsive spending that I talked about, them $800 hairdos that I talked about. Hey, I get it. I'm a female. I love self-care. I'm not a high maintenance female, meaning I don't do the lashes. I don't have to go have a $900 hairstyle. I don't need a $3,000 purse. No, you can buy me a Harry Potter poster or something purple and we good. But I also know that I have to learn how to sacrifice when it comes to certain aspects of finances. Do I need this right now or can I wait to get it? If I don't have it right now, what's going to happen? How detrimental is it going to be to me, my finances, and my business? And if it's not that detrimental, that means I don't need it. Or create a wish list. Put it on the wish list. Now, when you are joint and you're filing your financials, that has to be honest. You have to have grace and patience. A lot of people don't like to combine their finances because a lot of people hiding stuff. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many couples that don't file together will call their accountant and say, I know we don't file together, but can you tell me what he doing? I know we don't file together. Can you tell me what she doing? Absolutely not. No. It's supposed to happen in the house. And that's where your preparer and tax accountant is going to align you and help you get to where you need to get to, because there's no need of hiding things. You're one. Guess what? Financial intimacy grows when both voices are heard. So whether you're married or you're cohabiting, whether it's for a child, a place of business, a home, you have to have that honesty. You have to have that level of communication. It's a must. You also have to invest back into your business. You have to. It's an act of loyalty. You made $10,000. Guess what? Thank you. I'm going to put it all back into the business. Do you know 2022, when I got my W-2, I had made, and I wish the overtime was back then deductible, I had made close to $55,000 in overtime. I didn't see a dime of that money. I put it all into my business. All. Because I'll get it. And when I get it, I'm going to be laying somewhere drinking a Mai Tai or having a seminar about taxes. Because I wasn't impulsive. I put it back. I'm loyal. Now, let me help you. Let me give you 5 practical ways. 5, just 5. And y'all know I don't even like odd numbers. But I'm going to give you 5 practical ways to invest in your business where it helps. And it also helped me. Water time. Programs. Whatever industry you're in, you have to make sure you have the good programs. I understand money may be tight. You get the next best thing. And then when you could upgrade, you upgrade. Education and training. So many companies have removed that from their platform. That's why Anointed Accounting, we go into these companies and we set up their front end. We host that training. We give your team that training. We get those handbooks printed. We get those manuals printed for the staff and for the company. Because if that's not aligned, you can't expect the business to work. How can I work and you ain't trained me? How can I work and I don't have an education? It's not going to work. You have to be in compliance. Compliance matters. That's having all your staff forms, having all sources of ID, being compliant with the federal and state entities. You have to do reporting. What do I mean reporting? Taxes, professionals, us as professionals, we have licenses that we need to keep up with, CPE courses that we need to keep up with. We have to also remain in compliance. Just like we're on you, we have to do the same thing as well. And also saving. If you start with $1 a day, if you save $1 every day, when we get to the end of the year, you done save $365. As my mama would say, that's $365 more than what you had in your pocket. You got to start somewhere. Position reinvestment. You have to position it, because when you position it and you invest it, now you see your vision. Now you're loyal. Now you're putting more back into it. And now you're no longer looking at this as an expense. You're looking at this as wealth. You're looking at this as growth, because you're growing and you know you're going to get it back in tenfold. Look at your business goals. Never forget those SMART goals. Never forget where they came from. Revisit them if you have to do it every day to see your vision. You cannot lose your vision, because again, you got into business for a reason, and you have to love what you do, because guess what? At the end of the day, who don't like or love collecting a paycheck? Who wants to sit back and collect a paycheck and every paycheck they get is gone? Nobody. But when you have just a little bit left over, you ready to take over the world. Just imagine if you saved that little bit every pay period and you got to the end of the year, what would happen? Just sit back and contemplate on that. Sit back. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised at what you get. Track and review everything. Again, I tell my people all the time, it is okay to be nosy about you. It is okay to be nosy about what's attached to your name and your social. Please, people, that's so important. So important. Consistency when it comes to reinvesting into long-term growth. You got to be consistent. It's not going to happen overnight. We talked about that November 8th when I had James Owens out here. If you're into investments, if you want to know about stock, if you want to know about IRAs, please contact me. I will put you in tune with this gentleman. He's helping people and he's licensed and certified. He got about 12 licenses. I told him he get one more. I'm not his friend no more because it don't make no sense to be that smart. Just no. But I commend him. I love him. And I love him because he loves what he does and he loves helping people grow. Now, that can start with a 1-year plan. That can start with a 3-year plan. That can start with a 5-year plan. Remember, I talked about that emotional and impulsive spending. Oh, especially when we mad. Oh, baby, we would go out there and turn up a credit card. We would, and then wait, I ain't got no money on that. Let me Apple Pay it. Let me Cash App it. What? You going into your light bill money because you feeling some type of way. My people, stop. We got to stop, and we got to stop now because why? It's Black History Month, and we love money, and we want to get consistent, and we want to grow. Now, what I advise everyone to do is just take a step back, look at where you are now, and envision where you want to see yourself in 6 months. And it doesn't matter if you're a business owner. You can be an individual like me. I want to grow personally, and I want to grow on the business side. That's 2 different aspects. Where I want to be 6 months from now on the business side is different from where I want to be 6 months from now on the personal side. So look at it from both aspects. Do not limit yourself. You can't. It's so much possibilities out here. Grab them. They're at your fingertips. And it starts with communication. It starts with being consistent. It starts with accountability. It starts with you. Encourage people that you know. Be around those people so you can be aligned, those same like-minded people. My brother used to always tell me, be around people that want something out of life, that want to do something out of life, because if not, you're going to spiral down the same hill they're going to spiral down. And that doesn't mean you don't love them. That just means you both have different futures. And I understood that as I got older. I understood that. I get it now. Some people, it take a minute for them to get, and it's okay. That's why Anointed Accounting, Let's Talk Finance podcast is here to help you. I want to see you succeed because I want you to be a success story. I love that. Don't give up. Make adjustments, whether it's in your business or with you personally. You are your own instructor. Teach yourself. Ask yourself questions. If it don't make sense, you call that one person that's in that industry to make it make sense. Now, again, I deal with accounting. You can't call me and ask me how to lay no brick. I don't know how. I know you need a bucket and some concrete and some water and a stick, but I don't even know if that's the right order. However, I got companies that I can resource you to that will help you. Period. And that's what I want to do. I want to help you. Now, after all that's done, let me lay out some information for you when it comes to being financially loyal and having generational wealth. And I'm sorry, y'all, we're going to go over the 60 minutes because I'm just really into this and I just really want to help all of my people. But first, here's what I want to do before I tell you about financial loyalty. I want you to look at and define loyalty. And then I want you to define it how it looks against your finances. Shavonna, what do you mean? And I have a good example for you. Everybody know I love the dictionary. I'm not with all this new stuff. So I went and pulled out my good old Webster dictionary, and it told me that if your definition it told me that loyalty is about staying consistent and about strengthening. That's what Webster told me. So if your business and your finances is aligned to how Webster Dictionary puts loyalty, then you're on the right track. Now, how do you stay on track to get that generational wealth? It's easy. It's going to take some work though. But if you want it bad enough, you're going to do it. That's just like we save for cars, we save for houses, we say to go out of town on these trips. We'll say to go out of town on a trip and come back and owe 3 months worth of light bills, gas bill, owe the rent, and ain't got no food. But we wanted it just that bad that we did it. So why not take that same energy and put it into ourselves and our businesses to make it grow for generational wealth? And we can do that. How? First things first. You have to be consistent with creating financial generational stability. What does that mean? You're setting the foundation for somebody to come behind you. You're setting that foundation. God forbid if something happens to me, I would want anointed accounting to live on. I would want my legacy to go on because I love financial literacy. I love educating my people. I love helping my people. This is my passion. When you come to me and you drop all your problems down, and then when I'm done, I tell you, no problem, we can fix it. We got it. It's going to take some time, but you're going to see an end result. Now, if you got that much trust in me, you can have that same amount of trust in yourself and in your finances. Do legacy planning, long-term savings. Your business is your baby. Do a budget. Do a budget. You have to do a forecast. Try not to go over that. And I promise you, it'll help you. Now, here's what I want to tell you. Fear what you lose if you don't pay attention. That's what you need to be fearful of. Because you're not paying attention, you're going to lose it. It's going to be here and poof, be gone. It's gone. You done lost it. So now you scrambling around trying to put it back together and make it make sense. And now you're running yourself crazy. Now you're overly exerting yourself, and you don't need to do that. Saving money is a tool, not just survival. You have to learn how to make it work for you. You have to. The money you invest, it grows and it helps build towards your future. It helps build towards your legacy and where you see things going. Listen, people, it's time to have those hard discussions, and it's time to make moves. It's time to step out there on faith. And I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too. I'm in it. That's why I host this podcast every week, because I'm living in it. I'm not here selling you a dream. I'm not here phony kicking it. I'm not here telling you I got it, because I don't. I'm out here just like you every day. My only difference is my passion is to help you be better. My passion is to help you grow. Because every year you sit down and you ask the same questions, and I feel like you don't get them answered. And you don't get them answered because you don't know. Why don't you know? Because it wasn't talked about in the household. It's not talked about that much in school unless you're going into that industry. It's definitely not talked about on the job market. Not at all. You talk about this amongst your friends and your family, and you compare situations that aren't your situations, and now look at where we are. That's not where I want to see y'all at, because I've been down that road. I can tell you how to get there, and I can also tell you the streets not to take to get there, because you want to be better. Now, here's what I want you to ask yourself. What kind of financial relationship are you molding for the next generation to come? So for like all my great nieces and nephews to come, like I want them to say, wow, auntie did this, my auntie did this. Wow. Okay, look, let us follow in those footsteps. Regardless if they want to be in the financial arena, maybe they want to be a chef. Maybe they want to be a DJ. I don't know. Maybe they want to build buses for a living. Be the best that you can be and just have a foundation in it is all I'm saying. If you guys don't take nothing else away from me today, I need you to take away these 4 key points. Please. If you take nothing else out of today's conversation, take this with you. Love doesn't rush. It's genuine and it's natural. If you love somebody, you love them genuinely. You didn't rush that. You took your time with that. You opened your heart. You were gullible. You were vulnerable. You were open. You were submissive. So all of that is genuine and it's natural. When you're being loyal, you're being consistent because that's who you are. You want to see things happen. You're making changes and moves because you can't sit still. You need to see things going and happening because you're setting that level of consistency. Stewardship leads to growth. You must appreciate what you have been given before more comes in your path. If you don't appreciate what you have now, you can't expect to get more because how you going to appreciate it? If I'm giving you an abundance right now and you're compulsively spending because you in your feelings, why would I give you extra? It's just like a bank. If I see that your credit is always down, if I see that all you got is NSF fees, why would I give you a loan? You ain't showed me nothing. You have to show me that you want this. Come back in 6 months. If I see in 6 months there hasn't been any fees, if I see you've been making deposits, if I see you've been paying bills on time, then we're going to talk. You have to flip situations around. We get mad at the wrong people when it starts with us. That's why I started out today's show with we have to be responsible and have an accountability. We have to be. And last but not least, growth creates legacy. It has to. I was just talking to my brother today, telling him, look, some got to give. Some got to change. We can't be sitting here like I'm so ready to be on top of this mountain, preaching to everybody and just helping everybody. Please, that is my goal, to get it out there because the information is not out there anymore. It's not. I want to take this time right now and acknowledge my guest that's on here. Oh my God, my niece is watching, Abby K. Hey, Abby. Abby was also a guest on our show last year in October. Hey, Cakes, baby Abby. That's my Cakes. Hey, Dickie McMorris, how are you? I want to take this time because I have not done it during the show today, and I apologize. But thank you to anyone that is tuning in right now. Thank you to the people that's coming to tune in later. Like, I so appreciate you kicking it with your girl, Shavana, on a Saturday. What? But we're talking about finances. We're talking about money. We're talking about making your money grow for you. Like, these are conversations that should be held throughout the year with your accountant. Don't wait till tax time. Don't wait till it's important for you. Because when it's important for you, it may not be important for the next person. So we got to jump on the bandwagon. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please like the information, love the information. Give me your feedback. I look forward to that. I take that to my team. Share this content. It takes you 3 seconds. Baby, I'm finna hurt some feelings. If we can share gossip, if we can share chaos, if we can get out there and twerk and show our bodies, we can share this information about money and wealth and growing and setting foundations and being responsible. We can do that. Let's help each other, and let's help each other in a positive way by just sharing the content. Therefore, you don't have to feel like the middleman. Like, well, they told me this. You ain't got to give out no information because that's what I do. I give out the information. So in closing today on Let's Talk Finance podcast, I was very passionate today, wasn't I? I had a lot to say. I kept y'all late. I am so sorry. But time and time again, I see this with my people, and I love y'all. And I don't want this to continue to happen to us keep spiraling down when we got the stuff right here at our fingertips. I'm giving it to you. I'm putting it in your hand. Now, what you do with it is on you. But if it doesn't go how you expect it to go, you can't get mad at the messenger. You got to get mad at yourself. So in closing, as we come to a close, oh my God, as we come to a close, remember this: the way you treat your money affects the relationship you're building with your future. I'm going to say that again. The way you treat your money reflects the relationship you're building with your future. You don't have to be perfect because love isn't perfect. It's genuine. It comes naturally. Okay? Don't worry about being perfect, but you do have to be present. You do have to show up. You do have to be consistent. You do have to be loyal. You do have to be intentional, and you do have to care. Do better, not out of pressure, but out of love for what you're building. I'm trying to build a legacy, so I want to do better. Them 5 months of downtime that I have, yeah, I cry because ain't no finances coming in here. Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. But guess what? I got some admin paperwork I gotta do. I better get on it and get it out the way so it can be done. I gotta answer some emails. I better get on it for don't nobody email me no more. I better update this social media or this website, or people won't know how to find information anymore. We have to learn how to make our downtime work for us in a positive way, because it starts with us. And this is not just business wise, it's individual wise. Individually, I want to get out of my feelings so much. Individually, I don't want to cry every time something don't go my way. And I know I'm doing the right thing, but that's something that I got to work on. So we all have different goals. Again, I done been down every path you want to talk about. That's why I created this show. Well, it's other reasons, but we're going to talk about that. But still, people, we can do this, and we're going to do this together. You know why? Because here on Let's Talk Finance, we family and we work together. Ain't no judging here. Ain't no criticizing here. Ask questions. I want you to ask me, Shavonna, how do a social security card look? I'm going to tell you. It's kind of blue with a thick blue lining, and then they have a black lining around it. They have a line at the bottom. It has your name. Then it has your number. If you got your whole name or your initial, I'm going to tell you because I want you to know. Because the more I tell you and the more I help you, the more you're going to help me help you. Because I care about you. So people, please, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your Saturday with your girl. I so love it. Please love, like, comment, and share the content, please. I thank y'all for spending an additional 15 minutes with me. You know, I like to start on time and end on time, but when I feel like I got some information I got in me and I got to get it out, I need to help y'all when it comes to these taxes, okay? And these deductions and these credits. And what I'm talking about helps not just you, because it's financial growth. It's financial and generational wealth that is going to help you, because you got a plan for it. You got to know what you're going to have to pay. You got to know what's pre-taxed and what's not pre-taxed. You got to know what is seated and what account it got to go into. You got to know how to file it, and you got to know how to fill out your forms. So you have to be informed and be educated. So I needed to give out this information. So check me out. I am on all social media platforms under Anointed Accounting. ANOINTED ACCOUNTING. The website is www.ANOINTEDACCOUNTING.com. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go back. We have a slew of information starting from April 12th of 2024. We have a slew of information, good information for your ears. Please go to YouTube, type in Anointed Accounting, ANOINTEDACCOUNTING. Please subscribe to that channel. Put your information there. your likes. Send me a message. Call me at 312-837-7219. I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to put you on the calendar. I got a proficient team that's going to rock with you, that's going to roll with you, and that's going to help you because we believe in working together. I want you all to have a fantastic Valentine's Day. Love on your people, love on yourselves, love on your money. Until next time, please stay encouraged, stay grateful, and keep walking in purpose. I love y'all. Peace.